In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set up approval policies in Bill.com. Approval policies help you automatically route bills to the right people based on rules you define, so nothing slips through the cracks and larger or sensitive payments get the oversight they need. Let's walk through the setup from start to finish, and I'll share tips along the way to keep things smooth. Begin by heading to Settings in the navigation menu. This is your control center for how bill routing and approvals behave across your account. If you don't see settings, you may need the appropriate permissions, so check with your account administrator. Inside Settings, look for the Approval section and select Bill Approval Policies. This page lists any policies you already have and is where you'll create new ones. Think of each policy as a rulebook that tells Bill.com which bills need approval and by whom. Choose Create New Policy to start a fresh policy. You're now defining how this specific rule will work. First, give your policy a clear, recognizable name. A good name makes reporting and troubleshooting easier later. For example, you might include the threshold or department in the title, such as over 1,000 for operations or vendor-specific approvals. Next, set your criteria. This is where you decide which bills the policy should catch. A common example is bill amount is greater than or equal to 1,000. If you're on a custom plan, you can add up to 10 criteria to fine-tune your rules. That can include vendor, department, location, or chart of accounts. Combine criteria to target exactly what you need, like a minimum amount for a specific department or a particular vendor tied to a certain expense account. Keep criteria specific to reduce overlap between policies and make your approval routing predictable. Now assign approvers. Choose the users or approval groups who must sign off on bills that meet these rules. Approval groups are helpful for coverage when people are out or to include multiple stakeholders without micromanaging each person. Make sure the approvers you choose have the right permissions and are prepared for the volume these rules might generate. When everything looks right, select Save to activate the policy. From this point forward, any new bills that match your criteria will follow the approval path you defined. You can return to this page anytime to edit names, criteria, or approvers as your business needs change. If something isn't routing as expected, review the criteria for conflicts or overlaps and adjust for clarity. And that's it. With a well-named policy, targeted criteria, and the right approvers, you'll have a consistent, auditable approval process that scales with your team.